Perfect.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to our Sunday night team call. My name is Audrey McLeod, and this is my husband, James McLeod, and we are calling in from Knoxville, Tennessee, after an incredible weekend in North Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina, at Express University for an Isagenix event, and it was full of inspiration. It was full of just the fire and the vision of what Isagenix is and can be for so many people. And so tonight, we've got a couple of fun announcements. And at the very end of this call, we have a very massive announcement from Isagenix from a corporate standpoint. As we were driving home, we received a phone call that we are going to share with you, and we're excited about that. So,
on unreleased news to anyone, this is not public knowledge. So we give a little precursor here before everybody else gets knowledge of it in corporate. It's exciting.
It's very exciting. We also have a big celebratory announcement. Jamie Lynn Wallnow qualified for Disney. So she just hit 10,000 points, and she is going to Disney World in March with the company. She is currently in the top 200 and is going for the free hotel room. She wants to get the $1,000 cash, so we are so excited for her. And I actually want to unmute her line for a second. Yeah. She doesn't know that I'm doing this, but Lynn, can you unmute your line?
I just unmuted it. There you go.
Hear me?
Oh no, we can't hear her.
Can you hear me?
Can anybody else hear her?
Yeah.
Everybody can hear her but us?
There we go. There we go.
Okay.
All right.
All right, Jamie Lynn, you joined our team in September when you were on your honeymoon. So you just started Isagenix and joined Isagenix. Can you share with everybody just your vision in your heart for why you're a part of this and what this opportunity has already done for you?
Absolutely. It has been so cool. So I started Isagenix a few years ago, and it just, like, I wanted a stronger support and a strong team in it, and I quit Isagenix for a while to join your team. I hope that's okay to share, but I did. I really felt like it was important in so many aspects other than health, like to reach health goals, which my husband does a dairy-free shake or 2 a day as well. So it's fun to do it with somebody, and we feel such a difference. I just started taking the multivitamins, and it's like day 3, and I already feel a huge difference. But to me, I just love the community, and being mentored by you guys has changed. Not just being a part of the Isagenix community is strengthening areas that I feel like I've been really weak in, that the Lord made me to be strong in. So I'm surrounding myself with go-getters and people who take action and really put their hands to the plow, because the Lord promises that people who do that will be rewarded and prosperous. So it's carrying over to every area of my life. And I was telling Audrey, it's carried over into my business. I paint full-time, but it's carried into that. And I'm just seeing the fruit of Isagenix and pushing past my comfort zones. And I'm not where I want to be yet, but every day I'm making changes to get there. And so I'm really, like, viewing myself as the student and, like, leading people and leading myself and taking care of myself. And I'm really learning to embrace the process and the journey. But I love the products. I feel amazing. I have a lot of energy, and I can't wait. Like, there's so many people I haven't met yet that I'm going to get to meet because of this strong vehicle. But I love it. It's fun. And my girlfriend, Tori Alford, has been slaying and building her business on our team. And it's so cool to see other people reach their goals too. So, yeah.
And she made $450 this week. Yeah. And because you said yes to Isagenix, Tori is now experiencing this financial freedom. How does that make you feel to know that you are you're the conduit of Tori being able to experience financial freedom? What does that do for you?
Well, it makes me happy because I think about all the people that Tori dreams about bringing on, that we know one day will come, that are looking for the same thing. And I'm so proud of her. And like you guys, you've mentioned timing a lot. And for Tori and I, we both did Isagenix in the past. And to see her thrive and come alive in the timing, I'm so proud of her. And I'm so proud of what's coming alive in her as an entrepreneur. And to be able to celebrating people is one of my favorite things. So getting to do that with her is amazing. But she wants the same thing for other people. So to see this awaken in her and not to not feel alone and to feel like there's a team effort in it is really encouraging. And I'm just really proud of her.
Oh, and how excited are you about Disney?
I am so excited. I am like, I am going to buy ears and I'm going to send them to everybody.
Yes.
We are so excited for you, Jamie.
Well, we're so proud of you, and it has been such a joy to watch you and Tori grow and the growth that you guys have experienced so quickly and how it's transformed your life. We know that this is just the beginning. So I'm just so proud of you, and we're just, congratulations.
Yes. So. Does anybody else have any shout outs that they would like to give this week for anything that's happened in their organization? Anybody that's done anything?
Taylor Smith.
T. Smith, what's up?
Hello. I actually just drove into Knoxville as well. But I wanted to give a huge shout out to Lindsay Francis. This week I told my team that I was going to be in Atlanta, and she was like, okay, I really want to get into action. I said, let's do an event. She's like, okay, I'm on it. And she made a Facebook group. We started planning this a couple weeks ago. She made a Facebook group, invited everybody she knew. And I told her, invite more people than you think will come. And she did. She got into massive action, and she has not only had amazing results, her husband has had amazing results. Her little baby son has loved the stealing her shakes here and then too. But it's been cool just to see her really step into action, and it's been exciting and reviving for me because she had 15 people at her event. You guys, she had 15 people. So and it was a really cool event. She got to share her testimony, and we had a little sip and sample at the end, and a lot of people will eventually enroll, and I'm very excited because I truly believe that the power and momentum of that one event is going to carry on for months and years to come. So I just wanted to shout her out. She has just been adding new blood to this business, and it's been really exciting to see and watch, and it's contagious. So I just want to shout her out.
Yes, congrats, Lindsay. And Lindsay is in the running for the Scottsdale Summit as well. She's in the top 6 right now to win an all expenses paid trip after NYKO to Scottsdale, Arizona at the Andes Resort and Spa with James and myself, with Zach and Eden Slobin, who are top earners in Isagenix, and 6 of their team members. So that is so exciting. There's still a couple weeks left in that contest for everybody to continue pushing and growing so that you can be rewarded in a big way.
All right, Trent and Chad, you said you got a shout out. You want to go and unmute your line, man? Can you, yeah, we can't hear you. Can anybody else hear him?
No. Oh, he's got those earbuds in. Look at him.
Look at the
He is
official.
such an entrepreneur with those Apple earpods, those Air earpods. They hurt my ears. You guys are so cool with them, though. I'm like, ow, they're heavy or something.
Trent, you might need to leave the call and then come back in, and we can pick it up later. Well, I want to hear what you have to say. Just you might need to drop the call and then come back in for whatever reason. Sometimes that happens. So let us know once you get it figured out, and then we'd love to hear a shout out from you.
Were you going to say something?
No.
Okay. So this last weekend and this past weekend, we were at Express University, which is an event that Herb and Patty Cepeda, who are the top earners in Isagenix, they hosted, and it was a phenomenal event. Jennifer Higgins was there. Lisa Johnson was there. Olivia Brooks, Joni McLeod, and many, many other people from Susanna Burke, who I met today, who's on the call. She's amazing. It's so wonderful to meet her. We were at this event, and it was so powerful. And guys, James and I just want to remind you that every single morning, Monday through Friday, Herb and Patty have morning calls that are open to everybody within our organization, and every single day is different. Monday is setting up your week. Tuesday's the nutrition call where you can call in and ask any questions regarding the nutrition. Wednesday's the connecting call to teach you how to connect with people belly to belly. Thursday's a Bible-based motivational call with Patty. And then Friday's the compensation plan. So every single day, there are so many things that you can plug into, and we wanted to encourage you, if you're not getting on those morning calls, to plug into those calls. It starts at 8:30 Eastern every morning, and if you are not on the text list, you can text the number 95577, text that number, and in the message box, all you have to do is type Patty C. And what that does is it puts you on the text list to receive a text message at 8:15 Eastern every day with the direct phone number and the dial-in PIN to dial into, so that you can develop yourself personally, so that you have the skills necessary to grow this business. And so while we were there, we spent some really sweet time with Olivia Brooks, who is someone who joined Isogenics through Joni, and Joni actually met her at the nail salon, and she has transformed over the last 4 months that she's been in Isogenics, and it's been so neat. Both James and I were talking about it on the way home. It's been so neat to watch Olivia literally transform from the inside out by being a part of Isogenics. And so we asked her to get on this call tonight because we wanted her to share with everybody just a little bit about her journey, what Isogenics has done for her since she said yes, and what this event specifically did for you, your belief in your business. So we're so excited to have you on this call. Your hair looks fabulous, by the way.
Why, thank you. Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you. This is a lot of dry shampoo. So
I feel you.
Yeah, thank you so much for that. And if anyone I've not talked to you, honestly, when I first got going and I saw all these beautiful people and I got on my first Zoom call ever, I remember Joni was like, Olivia, just get on the call. I wanted to know all of you, because you all, and even if you had been in probably just even a couple months, like I see Jamie Lynn, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, like you're already just a rock star. But if anyone had this posture, I wanted it, and I wanted to know what you were doing and how you were doing it. So like I started messaging everyone. I came in with, my story is really, I had no confidence, none. I was good at faking it from time to time, which I'm sure we can all relate to. But even when Joni met me, she honestly came to me because she thought that I would be just really good for the business side. And what I really needed, though, was a true transformation from the inside out before I could even think about, the business. And that really is what's happened. And it's a very genuine thing. And it's completely changed my life. And I'm sure anyone on this call right now who has been on these products knows that this is nothing to do. I think I read Lane Taylor's post about like, hey, this is so much more than a shake. And we hear that, and we talk to a lot of people, though, that think it is just a shake system or a weight loss system. And we all know that we've got this gift, and it really did change me from the inside out, because in this community and in this life-giving nutrition, I mean, there are true changes that I never even really thought that would even come from a system, like a nutritional system. And of course, the more that you are building yourself up on the inside, it does show up on the outside. And I will kind of transition into, so with me too, and my story was, no one really knew this. If you see my before and after photos, like even my mom goes, where did that come from? Like I hid it very well. I'm sure girls can relate. We know how to hide weight, but I mean, really, you could see it all over my face. It was such an unhappiness. It was such a shame that I gotten back to that place. And I lost, let's see, at this point now it's been 25 pounds, 26 inches. I'm actually, and officially today is my Isobody challenge is over. So that's the other thing. Get yourself into the Isobody challenge. I mean, that is how you really will grow your business. Or keep your customers going, because as soon as you hear like, hey, 16 weeks, all you have to do is upload pictures. You do not have to send them anywhere, just 4 pictures, and you get $200 worth in products. I mean, and I ask my people, how amazing is that? Like, do you get that at Whole Foods? Do you walk into anywhere, you know, Sprouts, Kroger, Publix, and they're like, hey, if you just shop here, we'll give you $200, you know, every 4 months. So anyway, that being said, that was a huge, like, that was an outward transformation, but it's been the inward. And with that, the events, everyone, if you were at Celebration in August here in Nashville, Tennessee, you obviously know, but the events are so important. And I remember, you know, when I went to go talk with Audrey and James after Celebration in Knoxville, and he has shared this with all of us, I believe, at some point in time, but if you're new, I will share it, that the like secret sauce and what Herb Cepeda himself told James as he sat down with him of, okay, Herb, what do I do? I'm all in. And Herb said, all right, you ready for it? And it was 3 things. James, I hope I'm taking this from what you told me, but it's 3 things. It is, you know, get on the calls every morning. Those calls are so important to just, again, like build up your own momentum, to have people speak into you, to be like, okay, this is why I'm doing this, to get you more comfortable. And the second thing was get to the events. The events are non-negotiable. And I'll speak to that. And of course, the third thing is be here in a year. And as you see, because there's going to be ebb and flows in your business, and no matter if you have been here for 3 weeks, 2 months, 7 years. I mean, Jamie Lynn, congratulations. I mean, the fact that she's going to Disney, I mean, that gives you, that's the other thing. It's not just for people that have been doing this for 10 years. All of us on this call have the ability to be able to really make a difference and a huge impact and really create freedom for ourselves and others. But you have to be here because it takes time. It takes time to grow your posture. It takes time to grow your confidence. It takes time to understand branding and marketing, as Audrey and James have, you know, done their own, oh gosh, their video for us that they did. Go back and watch that, by the way. It's fantastic. Or, you know, the money mindset, like what is your actual mindset on money? Are you getting in your own way? And what I found with myself, I was often getting in my own way. And so anytime I'd be calling Audrey and James, it was just, you know, what do I say? And what do I do? And how would you say this? And, you know, James, finally, I just said, you know, okay, can you just give me some constructive, you know, criticism? Because I feel like I'm on the calls and I'm writing a billion notes and I'm asking the questions. And he just said, Olivia, you know, it's the belief in yourself. And I thought, yeah, no, it is. It is the belief. If you do not have the belief in yourself, then you aren't going to be able to go forward when you get all the thousands of no's. And what I keep hearing and what I know and what I'm experiencing is you get a lot of no's, and you should get no's. You should go for the no's because the no's are going to give you the yeses. So you fight for the no's. Like I'm now going into this. I used to think, oh my gosh, if I get one more no, I don't know if I want to keep doing this today. Knowing I would still do it tomorrow, but I thought maybe I need a break. But I thought, no, I'm going for the no's. But in that, you need to be poured into by a community. We have this beautiful Freedom Living team. We have these amazing Zoom calls, but there is nothing like the events. So for me, I knew that if I was serious about this, and for me, I know this is the industry for me, which I'm sure a lot of you on here are like, yep, this is me. I know I can do this. Then the events are the place where you get to be surrounded by the leaders that have done this before us, paved the way, and just want to pour into you. You do not have to pay thousands of dollars to get this. I mean, what you get at these events is unlike anything. And I've been in lots of other sales positions. And so my experience this weekend was really a reminder of why I'm doing this, why I can do this, and why I can speak into other people's lives to help them know that they can do this. And the reality is we all just want to have freedom. We want physical freedom. We want financial freedom. I mean, when I talk to everyone, right, we figure out their pain points. Also, by the way, go into the Freedom Living training team website, like plug your people in there, but you yourself need to get comfortable with it because it shows you your prospect will determine how the conversation goes, but you want to know what they're struggling with and you want to know their goals. And everyone, it doesn't matter their age, every single person I talk to has a pain point and wants more time either for themselves or their family, and everyone wants to feel good. But if we start getting tripped up on our own words or we start panicking or we're not sure, I mean, we're going to make them panic, right? But if you're confident and you've built the belief in yourself and you've got the James and the Audreys on this call and you've got your own mentors and we're all just pouring into each other and you go to these events, you feel like, oh, I can do this, right? And I'm sure everyone who went to Celebration felt that, oh, I've got this. But again, you get back in your own head. You might go back into your old ways and then you're thinking, why is my business not moving? Well, the thing is, you've got to keep going. You got to be on the calls. And like James said, we're not regurgitating. We're not going back. You're going forward. So you talk to one person, they say no. And like you guys have heard it. Do you want to stick a gum? Do you want to stick a gum? Do you get offended if someone says, no, thank you, I don't want to stick a gum? No, okay, that's fine. I love gum. I'm going to keep passing out my gum. You keep going. And these events, I took so many notes, but the reality is like the events and these leaders give you the tools of what's worked for them. And we don't have to reinvent the wheel. And so, Alex Hoffman, who is just amazing. And I hope that's his last name. Did I say that right? Yes. He's fantastic. Please, go look him up. But he's like, I think, responsible for 90% of the Spanish community of Isogenics. I mean, phenomenal. The nicest man. That's the other thing. These people are real. We know James and Audrey are real. Herb and Patty are real. And they even say, hey, look, we don't know what we're doing. We're not special. We're just figuring it out. But, he came up and he said 95%, I want to make sure, of our communication is nonverbal cues. Okay, so if I talk to a lot of people that say, I'm an introvert. I don't know how to do this. That's okay. You'll pick up on a lot of how people feel, what they're thinking, all through the nonverbal. You want to go for the people, though, that are like, you look, again, like Audrey said, and if everyone has watched that Branding and Marketing, and Taylor's so good at this too, Taylor Smith, about your avatar. Who are you looking for? So get really serious right now, you all, with what is your why? What is going to propel you forward to keep going when it gets hard, when you get the no's? And also, who are you looking for? Who are you writing to when you're on your Instagram, Facebook? Who do you want? But you don't want, for the first 2 months, I'm going after everyone, which I'm sure you all are getting that. But you really don't want to go after the people that you drag, that don't see it. But if you know that you got touched by someone and you're here, then there's so many out there, so many. So my encouragement is really to get really serious with your why, to really understand, like, okay, what is this? It's going to keep me waking up in the morning. It's going to get me on the call. It's going to get me to drive to these events. It's going to say, Trent, my gosh, if you all have even met Trent, seen his videos, he is phenomenal. And I know James speaks so highly of him because really his posture, it speaks so highly of who he is, his professionalism. But he got to Super Saturday, didn't have a car. He had to turn in his car, but it was like, no, I'm going to get there. I know this is important. So again, we also know, even if finances are tight, even if life is happening, life will always be happening. It's never the right time, but really the time is now. James will always say the time is now. You're on this call. The time is now. So get there, fill yourself up, reach out to people, send the tools, get on the calls, get people going, and just keep going and don't lose the momentum. Because you guys, there was a week when I just was like, I don't know. I had resigned from my job. I thought, what am I doing? I'm going to get to Knoxville, but I need to figure out my life in Nashville. And it was like, I just kind of lost momentum. And when you stop, then it really is like kind of having to start up again, right? It's like pedaling on the bike. You can't, once you stop it now, okay, we got to pump it again. But those events, you guys, this event really confirmed with me that this is the golden, this is the gold. We really have the gold. And we also are part of a team. This is my last kind of part, and then I'll stop. We're part of a team that are believers. Now, if you're on here, I don't know what your belief or faith is, but I am saying that if you feel like there's a difference in these people and there's a light, it's because there is. And so our first half of this amazing event was all about kingdom building. It was really about, it touched me because, again, I've been in so many sales jobs, and that was the last thing that we talked about. But it was like, you know what? We really, through the Lord, you are going to be able to truly, like me, dig into yourself, build yourself up, because you've got this light. And I see these beautiful people because they have the light, and they are able, and we know, and again, if you're a believer and you know this, I'm just preaching to the choir here, but we're salt and light of the earth, right? We're salt and light of the earth. We've got the gold. We've got, again, it's the company, it's the timing, it's the products, it's the training. The time is now, and we have the tools to do it, and we're not alone. So I will just end on saying, if you are still like, I don't know if I can do this, I'm not sure. Okay, well, you better get really serious with yourself, because if you're not sure if this is for you, then I will pretty much tell you that it's not for you then, because you've got to dig deep and you've got to know. And the people that I talk to on all these calls, and all these beautiful people, they know their why. They know it can take time, but they are willing to stay the course, because if you stay the course, you get on the calls, you go to the events, it's just a matter of time. So that's what I have to say.
Yes.
And thank you, Audrey. And yeah, so
I mean, mic drop, baby.
Wow, let's see some feedback in the chats. I know it's been going so much.
Good.
Wow, that was amazing, Olivia. Thank you so much for that.
That was amazing. And I'm just going to point out something about Olivia. And this is one of the reasons why and what we've seen develop within her as to, I know when I look at her at this point, because she has been extremely consistent. Since she said yes, she gets on every single Zoom call. She shows up and goes all in to every single event. She doesn't have excuses, although there are a million things inside of her life right now that could prohibit her from making advancements forward in her business. I think we can all attest that we have a million things going on. And so she shows up every single time. And then finally, the last thing is she has a God-given gift of edification and exhortation when it comes to people. Mm-hmm. And this is a people business. And that is something that was and is a God-given gift that has been given to her, but it's something that every single one of us can possess and hold on our own. And so if that isn't a strong point for you on this line, then use Olivia as a beautiful example as to say, okay, wow, this is something that I can also step into. Because the truth about network marketing is the more people in your organization and on your downline that you can pour life and belief and encouragement to, the more that they are going to stay the course. I know for me, and I know James as well, we wouldn't be here today if there weren't people who were blowing wind in our sails when we were first getting off the ground. Show of hands, how many of you are here because somebody exhorted you and edified you along your Isagenix journey? Everyone. So using Olivia as an example, Olivia, we know the success that you're going to continue to have because of the exhortation and the encouragement that you give your team of women that you are attracting into your business. Oh my gosh, they are going to be so set with you because you are going to pour belief into them every step of the way.
Well, and what's amazing is for those of you who, are just now getting the pleasure of meeting Olivia and hearing from her, it's been really cool. What's been really cool is just to see in such a short amount of time the growth.
Yeah, so much
growth. I mean, you're talking like hyper speed growth. And I mean, we were talking this weekend. And we left from talking to Olivia and I looked at her and I was like, I don't even recognize her. Like, she's just different. Like she's a sponge. She's not above anything. I don't think there's an ounce of pride in Olivia. And it's so beautiful. Like she's confident and she owns herself and that's evident, but in the pride of the sense of like, no, I know what to do. I know how to do this. Thanks so much. She was saying, she honestly said, tell me what I need to do. And like, I honor that so much about you, Olivia, your willingness to learn and grow. Mm-hmm. Same thing goes with Jamie Lynn. Same thing goes with Trent. You guys, what's amazing and what's exciting, what I'm noticing here and what I noticed about this weekend is there is a shift in leadership. There's a passing of the baton and it's readily available for anybody that wants it, for anyone. I don't care if this is your first call, for anyone that wants
Stevens. Yeah, girl.
And there are people on this line, I believe, that are going to be leading the charge, not just for Isagenix, but for the entire network marketing industry. Because I'll tell you the truth, in the next 3 to 5 years, not in Isagenix, but in the entire world, in the entire industry of network marketing, people from all countries, all backgrounds are going to be looking and finding a home within this industry because they're looking for a way to make ancillary income. And it's becoming so crystal clear how simple and how real and how effective this industry is. But what they're going to do is they're going to research and they're going to find people that are legit. They're going to find people that have been doing this and been staying consistent, staying the course, helping people. No, you might not have to be, the 7-figure earner, but if you've been helping people with their health for the past 2 or 3 years, trust me, you're going to come up in somebody's brain to say, you know what? Jennifer's been helping people with Isagenix, and I know that's a solid network marketing company because I've done my research and I want to find something. I'm going to contact her. Will you still be here in 18 to 24 to 36 months when those people come looking for you? Because guess what? If they don't see that you're active anymore, they don't see that you're doing this or you've gone on to something else, they're going to go find somebody else and they're going to do this. This wave is coming. It's such a serious level, you guys. And Isagenix is the place to be. There is no other company that has more 6- and 7-figure earners in the entire industry of network marketing. It's amazing. And so with that, just to close, your income will only grow to the extent that you do. You guys, we're coming into the last 60 days of this year, 2018. And I just want you to check in with yourself really quickly. Just check in and say, you know, am I at where I wanted to be? When I started January 1st, 2018, am I where I thought I would be at this point in my growth, in my physical health, in my mental health, in my relationships? And if not, that's okay. But it's good to take inventory because there's still time to make a change.
Yeah.
There's still time to make a change. Guess what? Everybody on this line is still breathing. That means you have a choice. That means you have a choice to do whatever it is that you want to do and make whatever type of impact. And that is exciting. And that's what I left with from this weekend.
And I'm sitting in this room this weekend, and Herb Cepeda is firing me up. I was texting Taylor Smith in there. I was texting Chelsea Taylor. I was like, I'm so fired up right now. And the thing is I've been a part of Isagenix the longest out of everybody that's on this line, and I still choose to go to every event that is possible because I need to continue to rekindle that fire that is within me. These events rekindle that fire. These events get you around people who dream bigger from all different walks of life. So NYKO, New Year Kickoff, is right around the corner. Listen, guys, you getting yourself to NYKO is showing and leading by example for the people who are watching you that you are going to show up. Taylor Smith got her ticket. She's so excited. Taylor Smith is bringing her massive team. All of her girls from Atlanta are getting their tickets to come and to show up at NYKO because Taylor goes first. So this event is so important to get yourself to. It just is a 2-day event. So it's just Friday and Saturday. So really all you need to do is take off on Thursday, fly home on Sunday. You'll make the event, the whole entire event. This particular event is the event that changed everything for me in 2013.
And everything for me
everything
in 2014.
For him. Price Spin Weber went to her very first Isagenix event last year at NYKO. She came back at Crystal Executive, 3 months later. These events change it all. So we encourage you, if you haven't already gotten your New Year kickoff ticket, go into your back office, purchase that ticket, post all about it on FLT Business so that your team sees you going to NYKO. We continue to show up day in and day out. We get on the calls. We do the do every day because we want to be the example that people want to follow. And so taking you guys and looking at where you want to be and what you desire to become, you are fantastic and phenomenal leaders. And the more that you continue to submerge yourself in the environment and in the culture, the more your posture changes. My posture continues to change. It continues to grow into becoming more of the professional network marketer that I desire to become. We haven't even scratched the surface of the goals that we have for Isagenix. And I'm telling you what, we are entering into hyper speed to where we really believe that the dreams and the desires, the things that you've been plowing and praying and just sprinkling those seeds and plowing the grounds and praying for the harvest to come, we do believe that it's coming, and it's going to be there for those that take it and for those that believe it, like Olivia was talking about. So there is a really
quickly,
Trent,
Trent, is your audio working now, Trent? Real quick, I want to give you an opportunity to give your shout out. Is it working? I can't hear you. Can anybody else hear him? Okay, you're going to have to give it a shout out on FLT Biz, and we'll all show it some love right after the call. How's that? Is that cool? All right, so show of hands. Who would like to see some more growth take place in their business in the month of November? going into the holiday season. Okay, who would like to get incentivized additionally to have that growth take place in November? Anybody? All right. So guys, this is not leaked information yet. Nobody knows about this, okay? So we got to keep it on the DL because it doesn't come out till tomorrow. So here's what's taking place, okay? This is the exciting news. Between tomorrow, October 29th, and November 25th,
which is 5 days before my birthday.
But it's also about 4 weeks, okay? If you enroll 8 people between now and then with a qualifying pack of 150 BV or more, you will win an iPad Pro from the company, and it will get shipped straight to you. How amazing would it be to start off the holiday season with a brand new iPad Pro to do business from, to do whatever, okay? Anybody else? Anybody excited about that?
I love Carson.
8 enrollments. 8 enrollments. You get a brand new iPad Pro. You guys, the company's never done an incentive like this. So here's what's crazy. Anybody doing this together? Anybody think that they can enroll more than 8 people? Anybody believe they can enroll more than 8 people in the next month? Yeah? Okay. So get this.
More than 8.
Jamie Lynn.
More than 8, Lane.
So get this. We also got news that if you were to do it twice and you were, let's say if you're really ambitious and you enroll 16 people, they're going to give you 2 iPad Pros. So not only are all of our businesses going to be growing over the next month, not only are you going to get paid and have extra spending cash to bless those around you in the holiday season, but you're going to get an iPad Pro from Isagenix from helping 8 other people get started on their journey.
Or you can create 4 consultants. So you can either enroll 8 people or create 4 consultants
that have to be enrolled
starting tomorrow. And you will win it. So I know I'm going to get the 8 enrollments because I'm going to win that prize.
You guys, this is such a sweet time where the company they're always so generous, but I would love nothing more, one, to win an iPad Pro, okay, but to see all of you guys, all of us on the call at the end of November, all holding up our iPad Pros on the screen from what we won from Isagenix. You guys fired up about this? We were so fired up like 2 hours ago when we got the call about this, and we told Janae that we were going to share this with you, but it's not open for everybody else until tomorrow. So don't go blasting this on social media.
And guys, here's what I will say: when you get off of this call tonight, you put those sticky notes in your bathroom so that you see, I will have 8 enrollments. I will be winning that. You hear me say this every single week on this call. And I say this with every ounce of what I know to be true about setting intentions and circulating and creating that energy around you. When you make a decision that it's a non-negotiable, energetically your being changes and people begin to be attracted to what you're doing and what you are. And so we are so excited. We're excited about New Year's kickoff. We're excited about this promotion. We're excited to continue celebrating your growth. What we've seen happen on Freedom Living Team with the rise of leadership, with watching Lane and Chelsea Taylor absolutely take their team soar to the next level, watching Jennifer Higgins, oh my gosh, she is just completely transformed. Ellen Kimball, Taylor Smith, and what she's doing in Atlanta, what we're watching happen in San Antonio. When we see Jessica, we were up in Minneapolis. Jessica was at the event in Minneapolis, soaking it up. The transformations that we're watching happen within the leadership in this team, all of what you're doing right now, there is going to be an explosion that takes place in January. So know that what you work on and the momentum that you're experiencing now is only going to continue in the months to come. So we're so excited, guys, and we're so proud to be aligned with people like you.
And so with that, we're going to set out our sticky notes. We're going to set our vision board. We're going to get 8 enrollments this month, and we are excited to have all of us get that same thing. So with that, we're going to see you guys this time next week. We hope you have an amazing rest of your Sunday night and tomorrow morning. Anybody you enroll starting tomorrow morning through November 25th, is going to count towards this promotion. So God bless you guys. Have an amazing rest of your Sunday night. We love you, and we'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.